Somebody had actually sent me this video from a year. Okay, let's do this one next then. Let's just like skip ahead a little bit and do this one next, because this is from last year, 2021. And Boogie just made the video begging for money, right, on his channel. Because he said he put a bunch of money into crypto, blah, 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 and he lost it all. And he was saying that it was bad. It was a bad financial thing, and it was his friend's, partially his friend's fault, but partially his fault, kind of a deal. And then after that, he never put up any more content, which was weird, because you'd think if you needed the money that bad, you'd start, you know, trying to come up with like, if I was like hurting for money, I'd either get a real job, or I'd be like, okay, what can I do? What more could I offer to make more money? And I would, you know, maybe, like, honestly, Boogie should, I don't know why he's not streaming for like 2 hours a day and then cutting up some segments and putting them on the channel. That would probably be a good idea. But apparently he hasn't put up any other video. Like, this was from like the day after, which we already had seen. So he hasn't put anything up in 3 days. How much money could you really need? Anyway, apparently Boogie is rich though. Apparently he bragged about it. So it wasn't even a bad thing at that time. So I'm curious about this. Boogie has become wealthy, apparently.
These days it's especially not about the money, and let me explain why.
Wow.
We are rich beyond...
Whoa, is that really him with a Bugatti? Wow, he looks just like Andrew Tate. Do you think this is actually Andrew Tate here and they just edited Boogie on top of it?
Our measure, rich beyond our means. I did something very stupid, but it worked.
Whoa.
To say that I doubled my money is an understatement. In fact, I did more than that.
Wow. He's shaking hands with Elon Musk, the owner of Twitter, soon to be. Wow. These are real pictures.
I am successful now for the first time in my life through this YouTube thing. And I'm very...
Now, boys, I know that making another Boogie2988 video is certainly flogging an...
Oh, this is weird. This is a weird... this is weird. This is before, I guess, he figured out exactly how he wanted to do that content, which is understandable. I mean, we've all been there. I think I've finally gotten to where I want to be, but, you know.
Overweight, half-dead horse. But the other day, after checking in on how the big man's been doing, I came across one of his new banger rambling videos, as he likes to call them.
And this is a rambling video.
Or, as they should be called, I just list all my failures with the goal of sympathy while simultaneously humble bragging about minor things that I didn't really achieve with the goal of fan approval.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Sonny V2 used to be fucking brutal. Holy shit, that was fucking intense. Wow, he just read the fuck out of Boogie. Holy fuck, that was a lot. That was intense, brother. Damn. You have to do him like that.
First thing people are going to know about is my weight loss update, and I'm down about 5 pounds once again.
And naturally, I wanted to review this new video. Firstly, because the whole video is basically just one big steaming pot.
See, listen, me personally, I don't criticize fat people for saying I'm going to lose weight and trying to make content out of it, because it's hard to lose weight. There's a lot of I mean, listen, I'm just letting you know, like, a lot of it is like bad relationship with food stuff. I'm not going to get into the specifics. That's why, like, it's something to stay away from. I tried that once and I was like, damn, like, I lost my motivation. Some crazy shit happened in my life. You know, you get the problem is that, like, you get into this mentality where you're ready to lose weight. You're like, boom, I'm gonna get back in the gym, I'm gonna do this, that, the other thing. And then, like, you get hit with a massive, like, wave of stress from, like, some kind of extenuating outside circumstance of life. And then, like, you kind of you turn back to eating to cope. And then, like, shit just hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's maybe in a fat person. So I understand fat people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Pile of hypocritical garbage. And secondly, he's still losing subscribers, which makes me think that, surprise, surprise, he hasn't changed in the slightest, hopefully making for a good video. I've also been waiting for an excuse to talk about how he messaged me on Twitter with the assumed goal of manipulating me into no longer making any more videos about him. Whoa. But unfortunately, Boogie, it didn't work, because despite, in your own words,
he's doing better than me on YouTube, so it's officially punching down.
I'm not...
I hate that shit. So pathetic. Punching down. So fucking lame. So lame. Like, listen, there are times where I've had interactions with larger content creators, Def Noodles, where the way that they have the interaction with you is leveraging their audience against you rather than actually making reasonable claims. And that's why Def Noodles doesn't have any followers anymore. Well, he has plenty of them, but he doesn't get traction. Because people were, you know, over 2 interactions were able to realize that he was a disingenuous shit. And he spiraled out of control too. It wasn't just me, you know. But fundamentally, if you're, like, who cares? Like, you're all people on the internet. So, like, who is, well, punching down. But that's dumb. Like, you should be able to, you know, Do your thing. You know, make criticisms, respond to criticisms. It's a cowardice move to talk about how you're punching down on somebody, especially as a straight white cisgendered male, Boogie. You can't do that, bro. You can't be talking about punching down, dude. You're too white. So, no, I just think the concept of punching down is just stupid.
I'm not going to stop making videos about you until you stop making pathetic, awful videos that are easy to roast. Anyway, this week's steaming pile of garbage is called I Am Finally Rich. How Crypto Made Me Rich. He is rich, boys. Crypto has officially made Boogie2988 rich in the last couple of months. He's been on YouTube for 10 years? But in the last 2 months, he's officially loaded. Step aside Elon Musk, step aside Jeff Bezos. Boogie2988 is here to take the #1
I don't like how you said Bezos.
spot on the Forbes rich list of 2021. In my eyes, Boogie's reputation is so bad at this point that you can tell that the video is just a massive lie before you even click on it. Not to mention, what kind of person who's actually rich has ever publicly announced that they're wealthy?
I don't know. I can understand why people would want to flex if they had like a lot of money. I could kind of get that, but I mean, I feel like you're putting bad energy out into the atmosphere when you brag about that kind of stuff. Especially since it sounds like he probably left the investment into crypto.
I am finally rich. Said no rich person ever. Plus, what is this title if not the YouTube equivalent of that meme that's like, when you buy 0.000...
Hold on a second. I think I had a comment. I'm gonna leave. Hold on, I'm gonna look for this comment on the side.
Buy one of a Bitcoin for $10 and sell it a week later for $12. I am finally rich. How crypto made me rich. So before we even start the video, I'm smelling a rat and assuming that he's lying already. However, let's give Boogie the benefit of the doubt and assume that he really has become rich. Let's get into the content of the video.
And I'm not a millionaire or anything close to it.
Okay, so you begin the video by saying that you're not really rich. So not only are we in for a...
Well, he's not a millionaire. He's not saying he's not rich. He's just saying he's not a millionaire. That's you could. I would. If let's say he got like $300,000, I mean I could see why he might say that he's rich now. I don't know if you would consider it rich, but like, you know, you don't have to be a millionaire to be rich necessarily. What's the definition of rich? I mean, I feel like having a great deal of money or assets. I feel like $300,000 is a great deal of money of money.
Garbage video, but we've also been clickbaited from the get-go. Yeah, good start. So I guess then we can already reframe the question. How did you earn some undisclosed amount of money that didn't even make you all that rich?
I basically took every dime I had in liquid funds.
I went to the local news agency and bought 1,400 lottery tickets and a couple scratchies. Didn't win first prize, unfortunately, but one of the Monopoly scratch cards did come through when I rubbed off a third $50 just next to Vine Street. No, okay, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Boogie. Please explain, what did you do that made you so rich?
But I invested pretty much everything I had into cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Wow. Get rich quick scheme. All right, so this is the comment I was referring to. So somebody said on my video, I don't know how verified it is, but he said he didn't just invest it in crypto. He invested all of it into one shitcoin. You put about 10 to 15% of your portfolio into each altcoin. The coin actually did great, but he didn't sell it. Got rug pulled. Of course, he's not going to say thank you to Jesse for the advice. Well, while it was up. I don't know who Jesse is. I guess that's the person who gave the advice. Instead, he shamed him after dropping it and didn't take profits along the way. Boogie is beyond pathetic. Oh, so yeah, that's what happened. Boogie just didn't, for 2 years almost, he left his money into shitcoin? Wow. Wow. You should have just pulled it out, brother. Or you should diversify. Hey, this is what they say. You should diversify. You should diversify your bonds. Okay? So he put everything into one coin and he got fucking nay-nayed. Jesse is McJuggernuggets. Oh, I think I heard that. Might have been the person who gave him the advice. Wait, so he shit on this guy for fucking nothing. What an asshole.
Yeah, so considering you clearly had no idea what you were doing, you pretty much did play the lottery.
It was a very stupid, risky maneuver.
Actually, I'm wrong here. And to Boogie's credit, for the first time ever, he's actually sought financial advice for this investment. Boogie, which financial advisor did you use when it came to putting
every dime I had in liquid funds
into an extremely risky asset that you knew nothing about?
I did this at the advice of my friend Jesse Ridgway, McJuggernuggets.
McJuggernuggets, the guy who got famous for Psycho Dad Shreds video games and has had some recent bangers such as Angry Bald Kid Destroys TV.
Why you shit on this guy so hard?
That's the person you trusted your life.
Jesus Christ, fucking, how do you use to be fucking brutal?
Considering your 1 billion views over the last 10 years has probably earned you around 1 to 2 million total, equating to maybe 100,000,
maybe
200,000 per year.
Damn. You think that's all he earned? Oh, I guess because they're not just views, it's like watch time.
I don't think that's such a wise choice, Boogie. However, let's be honest, if your money habits are as bad as all your other habits, which I'm sure they are because people are oddly consistent, you've probably got like 10 grand left over in some savings.
Sounds like a fat joke.
It's kind of like, oh yeah, I don't have much left, I might as well just chuck it on the crypto market. And good on you, Boogie. I've got the humility to congratulate you on your win. If you like 4 times your money in the crypto market, then...
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a second. We're at 4 minutes 36 seconds. Hold on. So Boogie said that he made $300,000? Wait. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay. There's something that's a little curious to me here. So when Boogie made that video, he said he invested all of his nest egg into this shitcoin. And now we're finding out that he pulled out a solid $300,000. So how much, what? So if he was that's not enough of a nest egg to retire on. Is it? What was the, like, let's say he made 10 times, let's say he made it, he went from 30,000 to 300,000. How was he going to retire on 30,000? How was he going to live for the rest of his life on, even if it was 60 or 100,000? Wait. This doesn't add up. Something's not adding up to me. It sounds like he never actually... I could have swore I saw a chart before. I'm trying to see if I could find that chart. This is the chart he looks like he's referring to. He's not showing the whole thing.
That you do what I did, it was a very stupid, risky maneuver.
So he went... I can't see the full chart. This is the problem. But this looks like a seismic fucking explosion in the price of this shitcoin. So I don't think it's unreasonable to say it exploded by like 10 times. Because like, listen, you can't see the whole thing. This is the top of it, worth about $40,000. But it's worth, actually at this time, worth about $36,000, I guess, a share, or however this works. I don't fucking know a dick about shit when it comes to that. But if you see the trend, it looks like it goes all the way down. The lowest we can see is when it's worth $15,000, which means he probably invested even far before that. But let's just say he invested at 50, because I'm assuming where he has the line here is when he invested, which says $9,000 a share. Wait.
Off with it. First off, let me say that I'm not a financial advisor. I do not recommend that you do what I did. It was a very stupid, risky maneuver. But I invested pretty much everything I had into cryptocurrency.
It starts at $8,000 a share and goes to $36,000. That's about a 4.5 times increase. So if we do like, what is it, $300,000 divided by, let's say roughly 5. So we're going to say he invested maybe $60,000. Is this not... Are we saying this isn't the investment that he made and that this is just a different graph randomly? Oh, he didn't invest in it. He's showing it on the screen. Why else? Why would I not assume he invested in this shit? Why the fuck is he showing us this if it's not what he invested in? Okay, whatever. Let's just move on. This seems like a weird fucking thing to show on your screen. Okay. I don't know what coin he invested in, but okay.
Is that really such a good long-term strategy? Do you really want to become one of those...
Either way, it doesn't matter, because he said he got $300,000, right? So then, like, how much could he have invested? It wouldn't have been enough of a fucking nest egg to have retired on in the first place. So...
Hokey addict who feeds $1 million through the slots over a 10-year period, and then finally considers themselves rich when they win $50,000 on the jackpot. One of the comments I found on the video by Kylan Walters is 100% accurate. Dude, you bet all your money on red and just happen to get lucky. What keeps you from trying that again? And that's a good point. I'm probably coming off as a little jealous in this video, and that's partly because I probably am. That's going to be my natural reaction when I hear about...
Well, you're saying investing in small toys from behind prized counters? How many times do you say that? What are you talking? You're ridiculous. Invest in small toys? I thought you were being serious. I'm like, he can't invest. He didn't cash it out. Like, you know what I mean?
Another person making a lot of money by putting in barely any effort. But the problem with making a lot of money by barely putting in any effort means that...
Of course, he shows the graph right here.
Default, there must have been a lot of risk involved. And if you keep up this strategy of putting loads of money into a really risky asset with the goal of getting massive upside, it'll only be so long before you end up at zero. However, Boogie seems to be somewhat aware of this, as he later states that he plans on putting the money into something less risky that will make him more money over the long run.
If I don't take the money and invest it in something that will make me money, which I am most certainly going to do.
But here's a question.
Well, I don't think he did. Doesn't sound like he did.
If you've been making more than 6 figures every single year on YouTube for the last 10 years, why didn't you start doing this before? It's not like you wouldn't have been making enough. It's just that same lottery mentality where people are like, yeah, if I won the lottery, I'd put it all into houses and just live off the rent. But it's like, if you didn't do that before, then what makes you think that you're randomly going to start doing that now? If that was truly your mentality, then you never would have gambled all of the money you had on something you knew nothing about.
That's true.
First place.
That's a good point.
However, I have a bit of a theory. Maybe the reason is if Boogie started investing all the way back then, he would have so much money that he would have no option but to start bragging to his fans. And trust me guys, that's not what he wants to do.
And I want to point out, this is not me bragging. This is not me saying I'm going to flex my wealth or anything is going to change.
It sounds like he's flexing a little bit. I mean, do your thing, brother. You're flexing your shit. I don't care, but it sounds a little bit like that.
Guys, I just want to reassure you that this is not me bragging. This is not me flexing my wealth. This is just me reminding you guys that I'm absolutely loaded now. But guys, I just want to reassure you that I'm not bragging, and especially not about my new Ferrari 458 that's parked out the front of my new Beverly Hills mansion. I've even been given
I don't think that Boogie would be able to fit into a Ferrari. Me neither. I don't know what.
A note that's been personally signed by my butler that ensures that I'm definitely not bragging.
Wow.
And since I am no longer bragging and instead remaining
Champagne tastes like shit, by the way.
extremely humble, I now also don't want any more money from you guys.
Never feel pressured to get one of those memberships down below.
Never feel pressure to get one of those memberships right down below. Guys, those memberships...
Guys, feel pressured to subscribe, to get a membership down below. That's funny. That's funny. Guys, please subscribe down below.
In the blue and white box.
But he says never feel pressured
to get one of those any more money. Since I'm right down below.
Never feel pressured to get one of those memberships down below.
Now he's pressuring people to get memberships down below.
And white box, please don't get one. Please guys, I'm going to be so angry if you guys go to that join link right down below and become a member, which might I add is also on special for a limited time only.
Never feel pressured to buy a t-shirt.
Never feel pressure guys to buy one of those t-shirts, despite the fact that I spent the first 21 seconds of this video begging you to buy one of these t-shirts.
On a hoodie, a t-shirt, a mask, a mug, or a phone case.
Boogie...
Did he really go that far and say, wait, what? Did he really do that? He said, don't feel pressured, and then just use the whole fucking video as a plug for his merch and his membership? No way. Is he that bad? Oh, what an asshole. Why would you do that? You're talking about rich. Don't feel pressured to buy my merch. There's no way he really did that. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I don't know if that's there.
You to buy one of these t-shirts.
On a hoodie, a t-shirt, a mask, a mug, or a phone case.
Boogie...
Is that the same video, or is that an edit?
You always have such a stupid contradiction between what you say and what you do. In my opinion, this is the #1 reason why so many people dislike you now. You spit out this humble garbage to make you seem like such a good guy, but it's so obvious.
Another good one. Forgive, but don't forget. Don't hold a grudge. Let it go as soon as you can, but learn from it. Be careful around them/it. Is that like the person's pronouns in their bio? Protect yourself. Forgiveness in the right hands is a chance to grow. Forgiveness in the wrong hands will get you abused. Wow,
that it differs from the actual way that you think. I know that you watch all of these videos that I make on you, so I just want to send one message to you. You're not fooling anyone. This whole persona you play where you pretend to not want views and not want money and you're a voice for the downtrodden people in society. It doesn't make you look...
I want money and views. I'm just telling you right now. I want to be rich. I will always warn you, like, you don't need to be giving me your money. I always appreciate it if you do, because I do well. But let me tell you, I do want to be fucking rich, brother. I want views. I don't really care about views. I care about money. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't make content for money. You know what I mean? Like, I make my content to be genuine, but, like, I'm not going to tell you I don't want to be fucking rich. Who the fuck doesn't want to be rich, bro? You must be like an asshole if you don't want to be rich. Loser, you know? Sheesh. I can't find in the video where he was like, don't buy my membership or buy my memberships. I can't find it in the specific video. I'm scrolling through it on the side. I can't find any point where he plugs his merch. Like on the screen, so I just wanted to
look like a better person because everyone can just instantly tell that the only reason you're doing it is to try and get good guy points from other
good guy
people
points.
By
GGP.
Some garbage on Twitter. And there are so many examples of these stupid contradictions in every single video that you post.
I could get as low as 25k for an upload and as much as 125k for an upload based on, I have no clue.
Damn, bro, what the hell? That's a lot of money, dude. I'm happy when I pull like $100 on an upload.
Say algorithm, I can say thumbnails and titles, the topic of the video.
So you begin by going on some massive spiel about how some videos get a lot of views and some videos don't get a lot of views. So by default, that implies that you care a lot about how many views the videos get, right? You then go on to state that, quote,
I just make whatever I want to make and...
I'll look into making merch. I think I'm gonna do like a live stream at some point, a members only live stream at some point with my wife, and we're gonna talk about what some of the stuff that we could offer or something like that. Because I think that I just want to explore that,
Upload it and hope that it does well.
Both of which implying that views are very important to you. However, then only a minute later you go on to say this.
Because at the end of the day, making these videos has never been about the money. It's never been about the views.
It's never been about the views? What do you mean? You just spent a minute.
It's always a motivation for making content. Like people who say that are like very wrong. Like I said, there's a difference between making content and like wanting money and views, which is normal, versus like making content. I don't even want to say for the money and views. There's nothing wrong with making content and getting money and views. There's a problem when you start to like fold on your moral values for money and views in the content that you make. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's where like the big issue is more than anything else. If that makes sense. Hit the whoa.
Rambling about how some videos do get views and some videos don't get views, then you go into virtue signal about how it doesn't matter about the views or money. I don't care about that at all. I'm just going to spend a minute and a half talking about how important the views are to me, but guys, trust me, it's not about the views. It's not about the money. Who are you trying to fool, Boogie? Every single YouTuber makes videos for the views. That's the payoff for the work. Do you realize that if you don't want money or views, you can just sit around and do nothing all day? Oh wait, sitting around and doing nothing is exactly what Boogie's been doing.
Playing with my dog, playing Magic with my roommate, talking to my friends on Skype, Discord, or on my phone, watching movies, playing only the games I want to play instead of the games that I feel I need to play to talk about them. I like the person I am right now, somebody who spends most of his time doing things he enjoys.
So your conclusion is that as a 46-year-old man, wandering around aimlessly, watching movies, playing video games, not striving for anything, makes you like the person that you are?
I like the life I've led in the last year. I know that's kind of weird, considering what happened all last year.
Oh. I can like fundamentally get what he's talking about. Sometimes, so I mean, you guys know, I've been talking about, like, I made a bit of a content shift from like streaming on Twitch and putting like the more important stuff on the main channel versus the less important on the alt channel. Because a lot of my content was centralizing around like exclusively like controversial things going on. And like, it was burning me out. So I can fundamentally get that and making that shift. I do understand that. I'm just being honest there.
Oh wait, can I
then I shifted to like streaming on my main channel and posting like the bits on the alt, the clips of it on the alt channel or segments of it. This way, I'm just like online to stream, and then whatever we talk about today is whatever we talk about for the day, and then we're good. We're done so. You know what I mean? It's more relaxing.
Another contradiction? Because on Twitter, you also recently retweeted this TikTok.
It's not every day that I'm sad, but it's most of them.
With the caption, mood. Wow. Maybe you don't actually like the person you are, Boogie. Who would have thought that basically living the same life as Jabba the Hutt in the first Star Wars becomes somewhat
Jesus Christ, bro. It's going so far. Jesus fucking Lord.
Depressing over the long run. But guys,
I don't want you stressed about me. I don't want you worrying about me. If I walk away from YouTube tomorrow, know that I will be just fine.
Thank God, Boogie. Thank you so much for reassuring us that we don't have to worry about you, mate. I've been checking your YouTube page 4 times a day, 9 AM, 12 PM, 3 PM, and 6 PM, just to ensure that you're still making your premium content, Boogie. And if you're going to keep pumping out that content, Boogie, you might as well fill us in with what we can expect.
I do think you can expect a much more opinionated me. You'll see that a lot more on Twitter. You'll see that a lot more here on YouTube.
Good idea, Boogie. Glad to see you're about to be ramping up the one thing that's causing you to lose thousands of followers every month.
Well, I mean, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? My thing is like, who really cares if he's losing content or losing followers to make his content he wants to make? Like, I don't really give a shit about that. Especially if you're somebody with like, I think he has 4 million fucking like followers, but like, let's say only 10,000 or 20,000 watch per video. He has a ton of empty followers, so it's probably the people who haven't been watching for a while. That's pretty much all it is. Like, when I made my content shift, I've been losing followers. You know, it's been like it's who cares? Like, I don't, those people, bro. My best videos would get like, maybe like I was at a point where I was averaging 20,000 views per video with almost 200,000 followers. Like, I got a lot of empty followers. Like, it's one of the reasons why I'm building another channel, because like, it's cool, you don't have to watch, but like, I've gone through several content shifts, political, went to like a political shift, etc., etc. The Trisha Paytas arc was big. The TikTok arc, there's a lot of different people who follow me who don't like watch me. That's totally fun. But like, who really gives a shit if you're like losing followers, you know?
heavy political outrage disguised as your opinions. And of course this statement wouldn't be complete without some kind of contradiction, right? So let me just throw in the fact that Boogie also states only a few moments later that he's been thinking about quitting social media.
Though we have talked in therapy about quitting social media altogether.
Which is once again contradicted by the fact that last month was his second most active month on Twitter ever, with...
I don't know if that's a contradiction because he used Twitter too much back in the day. I mean, or like even the year before, he might be like, oh, maybe I want to quit. Like, Twitter's very toxic. Like, it's a good thing to quit Twitter.
Often up to 80 or 90 tweets per day. How do you get anything done? Boogie, I'm just gonna say it again, dude. Who are you trying to fool? Everyone can see straight through your manipulation. It is just, it's so obvious when you're being genuine and when you're not.
It's kind of weird because like there are some like good criticisms in the video, and then some of them are just like kind of like dogpile-y. And I get it, because like that's the problem. That's one of the things where there's certain content creators. We said this in the earlier segment, like Ethan Klein. You could say whatever you want about Ethan for the most part, and like people will be like, yeah, fuck Ethan. It won't really matter if it's necessarily true. That doesn't mean that there aren't things to criticize him for, but like it's kind of like this here, where Boogie's not going to have a defender for like technically this part is not true. You know what I mean? Because he burned through his credibility, I think.
Which brings us to the messages that you sent me after.
You're gonna go study chess? That's cool. Oh, okay.
The last video.
I used to play chess.
I really can't handle people hating me. It triggers all my baggage. I try to fix it and I just can't, but I can't stop caring about it. But you're right about me learning not to care about people in that subreddit, but I can. I really care about them.
Damn.
Now, if this...
Listen, it's one of those things where like a lot of times when you see negative criticism, there's positive criticism. When you see like negative criticism, it can be hard to like not interact, but you kind of have to learn how to do that over a course of time. What I would say is a potential hypocritical statement here, though, is that earlier, I believe what he had said, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that he's going to move more towards, like, commentary, basically. He's going to gravitate more towards doing commentary. Boogie was saying that in this video, stuff that he likes to do, like unboxing and whatever, but also commentary. Did he say that, or am I mishearing it? And like when you do commentary, you're opening yourself up usually for more criticism because you're giving commentary. I know I keep saying the same word, but if you're just going around doing silly bits and shit on like fucking Francis videos, what is people going to criticize really? You're just being a goofball. But when you start putting your perspective and opinion out into the world, of course, you're basically asking for like interaction. You know what I mean?
This was a genuine...
And there can be people who disproportionately interact. There's a lot of people on the internet, but, you know.
Call for help, then I guess I feel a little bit bad. Not really. But I'm pretty sure making me feel bad was 99% of the reason that Boogie sent me the messages in the first place. He never wanted my help. The dude who constantly gives him flack on YouTube is the last person that he's going to want to come to for help. He goes to a therapist and has all of the tools at his disposal if he really wanted to fix his life. Keemstar even said something along these lines during the Cold Ones podcast. He's more concerned about getting sympathy than actually fixing anything.
He liked people calling him and talking to him on the phone, trying to help him, more than actually fixing the problem. And that's what he was seeking.
He enjoys being the victim, and that's why everything that he said in those Twitter messages is just total garbage. He literally lives his entire life for the attention of other people. He continues to vigorously support all these brain-dead...
Coming from someone who received harassment just because you liked one of my photos, I want to say this won't go over very well. It's not your fault, though. However, I do believe you're a fantastic human, and I applaud you for supporting and promoting sex work as real work. I hate that this happens. The people who harass me will harass anyone related to me, and I'm aware of this. They are sick and awful people. I hate that this is part of my life, but it is, and I'm sorry it spilled over into yours. I mean, you could interpret that as him just trying to look for attention. You could also be like, oh, that's a genuine point that he's making. But I will say, it probably was. When you look at it, when you look at this, okay. When you look at it like this, if this person is getting criticism because you liked some kind of a thing from him, excuse me, if this woman's getting criticism because you liked one of her porn pictures or whatever, I don't think that retweeting her is going to reduce the amount of criticism or hatred that she gets. Because if you simply liked something, people are like, oh, because I know how Twitter works a little bit. It'll say like, oh, such and such liked this. So they would be like, oh, fuck you, Boogie liked you, you're an asshole. Now, but not everybody's going to get that. Now you're like, hey, boom, direct response. I feel like the overall outcome of this response tweet here is having a negative impact on the person that you responded to. Just saying. Okay.
Political agendas despite his dying Twitter account because he knows he'll get one person commenting, I do believe that you're a fantastic human, Boogie2988. And more insidiously, it's the same reason that he continues to make these stupid rambling videos. It's because he values the pity and fake approval that he gets from other people over the reputation of his own YouTube channel. And he knows that it doesn't matter how pathetic he is, there's always going to be these random people in the comments pretending to feel sorry for him. You sound more emotionally healthy and happy than you have in a while.
Well, that doesn't mean that they're pretending. They might actually feel that way, you know?
No, you don't. You're literally still sitting here making videos trying to get pity from your dying audience. People who are emotionally healthy and happy do not need the approval of others in order to feel good about themselves. I've been so...
I know what you mean, but everybody needs approval of some people. Like, usually just like your close friends and family, people you respect and trust. You know what I mean? Like, but I get what you're saying.
Up to you forever.
If he's making content for sympathy baiting, he's probably not mentally or, like, you know, adjusted in the way he's trying to make it seem like he is.
I'm glad to see that you're doing so well. Under what premise is he doing well? I haven't seen a single piece of evidence that you've even made any money. Guys, I'm just letting you know, I will be uploading a video tomorrow titled I Am a Billionaire. I don't have any evidence of it, but Bitcoin has gone from 80,000 to 50,000, so prove me wrong. Keep up the good work. Seems like you're doing really well in life right now. Love to see it. I don't think so. Anyway, Boogie,
This video is a little bit of drinking the haterade.
congratulations on turning your $10 into $12 on the
a little bit of haterade here.
Very inspirational. Almost as
you know, it sounds like you got the money.
Advertisement for the Powerball Lotto that just played on the TV. I'd love to end the video with some inspirational thing telling you how to fix your life, but I think Rich from Review Tech said it the best. You just don't get it. It's just going to go in one ear and out the other. So congrats on your big crypto win, my man, and I will see you next time I roast your garbage mindset. Thanks for watching. Like and unsubscribe if you're a Boogie fan. Subscribe if you can't stand this dude. And I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. See you later.
Cool. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching, and a special shout out to all my Patreon patrons, my YouTube members, and my Twitch subs. If you'd like to learn how you can contribute even more than you already are by simply watching the video, you can check the links down below, which will unlock a special feature depending on the platform that you subscribe to, such as Patreon here that will get your name right here on this wall. Thank you so much guys again for watching, and have a good one.